Okay, here are my little sunglasses with the paper on the back. They've been painted gold. They're ready to go. Now, what I'm going to do now is with my ruler, I'm going to lay it across here, right beneath the bridge. Make sure it's even, still like that. And I want to make a little mark right there, and a little mark
Now I can't see that. So.
right there.
Just
a couple of pencil marks, okay? All right. And with a drill the same size as my wire, I'm going to drill a hole right there. Don't try to force it through, because if you do that, you might end up punching the paper away from your temple pieces. And real quickly, I'm going to turn on my burner. And you see I need to do some touch-up on my black since I sprayed it. I'm going to burn that fuzz off. So I got a nice clean hole, just like that. Okay? Now, next thing, I have a pair of reflective sunglasses here. Now, when you're doing reflections, now one thing this pair of sunglasses has that this pair of sunglasses will not have is the curve up here. Now, I don't want to put that curve on there because I'm afraid that I'd end up busting all my welds if I tried to bend this thing into this curve. So straight is fine. It's going to look fine. But what I wanted to show you is in the reflection, I don't know if you can see it here.
yes.
We
can see you in there.
Can you see me in both?
Well, your shoulders in one and the other.
All right, that's good. Okay, well that's, to me, I'm more over here than I am over here. I'm just barely on this lens. That's because of the curvature of these lenses. Now, if we straighten this out, I would probably be pretty well equal in both lenses. Got that? Okay, remember that. Now, for our design, what I'm going to do, one other thing that you will notice in the Breeds picture, when I painted my design, and I'm going to draw a line across here, just take your ruler and get it equal. Draw your line across there. Okay? That's my horizon line. Alright? Now if you noticed, if you will look at that breed, or could look at that breed, let's put these glasses on him. He's about the right size for those. Okay, that's the horizon side. That's going to be the reflection, what we're basing our reflection on. So if he's looking straight ahead, that's fine. If he's looking up at an angle like that, that's no longer really correct. The reflection, or the horizon line, should be level. So if he's looking up, that horizon line would shift from that to something like that there. So when you're doing your figure, if you want to be perfectly correct, which I always try to be, I wasn't in that case because that was the first time I tried it, but it turned out all right. But if you want to be spot on, that's what you want to remember. So let's look at this now and just see if our horizon lines are equal on each lens, and they're not. So I'm going to redraw my horizon line just a bit. Like that. That'll raise it just a hair. Okay? So there we have our horizon line. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and paint our scene. And one more thing When we look at the reflection in this lens, in a real lens, the reflection, or the scene that's reflected, is on the face of the lens, to where the scene that we're going to paint is going to be behind the lens. So you're only going to be able to see your scene if you look straight on to it without hardly any reflection from the shiny surface. That's just the way it's going to have to be, because painting on a reflection, trying to get that to look like that would be pretty hard to do, to where it wouldn't be even and shiny like we want it to be. So we're just going to go ahead and do it on the back of the lens instead of on the face of the lens. Okay? Hope that's understandable. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the paint table. Okay, again, here's the glasses that are on the Breed, all right? Now, like I was saying before, the reflection on these lenses is on the face, while the scene is painted in the background. You can see it back here. But that's the best we can do, the best I can do. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Now, our next thing that we need to do is find out what do we want to paint on. Okay, I went on the net, on my phone now, and typed in reflections on glasses. And then I scrolled down through there and came across this photo here, which I think is a nice one. We might modify it just a little bit. So here's what I was mentioning earlier, how your scenes change depending on the tilt of your head. Her head was evidently tilted, because see how much bigger the blue sky area is over here than it is over here? That means the horizon line, instead of going straight across, is going at an angle, which means her head was tilted. Okay? Alright, so what we're looking for in this photograph is we're looking for, here's the beach, here's the waves on the beach, here's the ocean, and the farther away it got darker. Alright, I don't know why, it should have been lighter. And up here in this very corner is a highlight of a reflection of the sun. Okay? So this is basically what we're going to do on these glasses. Alright? So, I have 91% in the battery, so we'll just leave it there. So the first thing I want to do is get my black out. And like I say, we're going to modify this just a little bit. You can't what?
See anything.
Why?
Because your hand is in the way. So uncomfortable.
As I'm painting this, I'm going to try not to get it on the rim of the glasses. It might take a couple coats, but that's all right. I want that line to be pretty straight across there. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to paint the other side. And you also notice the palm tree leaves on that photograph, how more appear on one side than the other side. That's because of, again, that curvature of the frame itself, which we're not going to do. Oops, I'm a little high that time. Okay, so I got my black on. So let's just dry this out, okay? Okay, I got my black on there. I know it's not even, but I'm going to correct that here. Now what I'm painting in now is the sand color, okay? Of our beach. Like that. Take a couple coats to cover up my squiggly lines. Anyway, I'll go ahead and paint this and then we'll come back and do the next. Okay, I've painted a blue line here to indicate the water. Now what I'm going to do now is try to do is with a liner brush, get most of my paint out of it. I'm going to put a little line right down along here. It's okay if some blue mixes in with it because that's, you know, a wave crashing against the beach. White there. Time to throw my liner brush away. When your liner brush no longer lines up and you get those springy hairs popping away, it's about time to ditch it. Get rid of that. Now I need to find a lighter blue for my sky. That blue I painted, that was cobalt blue I painted on there. So I need a nice bright blue, sky blue. Do I have a sky blue? That cobalt blue has a little too much purple in it. What is this? It's ugly. Let's try this. This is baby blue. Where do they come up with all these colors? I'll have to shake that one up a little bit more. There we go. One thing, it covers nicely. Oh, it's a little thicker than the other one, so I'll have to try to thin it down a little. Okay, now with some white. I should have some white there. Okay, now what I want is I want to pick up that real bright highlight. I'll have to dry it out and come back and do that. So I'll dry it out so now I can put that highlight in there. Might be a couple of little happy clouds up there. Okay, alright. So the next step is to put in some palm trees. Which are going to be green. There's a nice green color to start with. So we start over here, start there, just bring her down. And start back here with another one. And on this side we'll move it over just a little. Put it down. And then this one will be more in the corner there. Bring it down. Now I'll get me a dark green. Find one here. Maybe I'll just use a dark blue. And what's the favorite blue? Midnight blue. Now where's my little liner brush again? Well, what do you think? Let me put just a little. White highlight on this. Most of this stuff probably won't even show up. But we'll know it's there. There you go. So there's our scene. And that's going to do it for this video. And then when we come back the next time, I don't know what that is. Next time we come back, we will get rid of all the fuzz and put in the lenses, okay? So until next time, I'll talk to you later.